Vinod, in the previous session, we looked at the role of farmers' collectives in addressing the various problems and challenges of smallholder farmers and in providing a platform for resource mobilization, aggregation, value addition, and access to a bigger market for better price realization of farmers' produces. In this session, I will take you through the history of farmers' collectives in India. We shall get an overview of what kind of efforts have been made in India for the promotion of farmers' collectives and their experiences so far. We will look at how the two important forms of FPOs, which are the cooperative society and the producer company, evolved and performed in India. The history of collectivization of farming communities in India goes back to the late 18th century. The experiences of the Rochdale Society of Equitable Pioneers in England and the Raiffeisen movement in Germany led to the enactment of the Cooperative Credit Society Act in 1904 in India. Initially, the formation of farmers' credit cooperatives was done to check their exploitation by moneylenders. Gradually, cooperatives spread across various sectors such as agriculture, dairy, marketing, insurance, retail, etc. Many visionary leaders played role in the promotion of farmers' collectives or cooperatives in India. Economist T.R. Gadgil supported a farmers' leader, Bala Sahib V.K. Patil, to establish sugarcane factories in the cooperative sector. This led to the establishment of a large number of sugarcane cooperatives across the Maharashtra state. Another visionary farmer leader, Tribhuvan Das Patel, formed the Anand Milk Union Limited, Amul, by successfully organizing the dairy farmers of the Kheda district of Gujarat. For building the capacity of such producers' collectives and competing with the private sector, Tribhuvan hired a young professional, Vargheese Kurian, in 1948. By 1965, with the support of the government, the National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) was established. They managed to get capital for replicating the Amul model for cooperatives all over India. Like Amul in Gujarat, similar milk cooperatives emerged in different states, such as Sachi in Madhya Pradesh, Vijaya in Andhra Pradesh, Avan in Tamil Nadu, Saras in Rajasthan, Parag in Uttar Pradesh, and Sudha in Bihar.
The role played by visionary leaders in promoting cooperatives in India is worth appreciating, Sarla. Are all these cooperatives performing well?
No, Vinod. There are some challenges that the cooperative movement faced which led to mixed performance of cooperatives in our country. I can explain this in detail. Lack of adequate member ownership. In many cases, formation of cooperatives was initiated by the local people or producers themselves, and hence, in these cooperatives, members remained interested in deriving benefits rather than contributing for its growth. Lack of funds. The cooperatives could not mobilize adequate capital due to a poor internal fund base. They couldn't meet the credit needs of the existing or the new member. Lack of focus on non credit services. By and large, the cooperatives disbursed only credit and have not yet emerged as true multipurpose institutions that can provide other services. Governance issue. The large farmers and landlords, with their superior economic and social power, still manage to have a hold on these cooperatives. Undue state control and interference. Governments, both central and state, have played major role in promoting cooperatives across sectors. However, this also led to undue state control and interference in several cases which adversely affected the functioning of cooperatives. Unable to attract professionals. Apart from few cases, cooperatives were not able to attract and retain qualified professionals.
Oh, does this mean that the cooperative movement could not proceed further? What happened next?
Well, the journey continued and some interesting things happened. A need for an alternative institutional form was recognized to serve the rural producers in the increasingly competitive scenario. And to grow along the value chain, various committees deliberated on it. The recommendations of Brahmadat Committee in 1989 led to the legislation of mutually aided as against state aided cooperatives. Andhra Pradesh was the first state which enacted the Mutually Aided Cooperative Societies Act 1995. This was subsequently adopted by 9 more states. The Government of India constituted a committee under the chairmanship of the noted economist Professor Y.K. Alag to look into the issues of cooperative. The Alag Committee recommended a new form of farmers' organization, the farmer producer companies. The producer companies came into force on 6th February 2003 by addition of a new chapter 9A under the Companies Act 1956. Farmers Producer Company (FPC) is a hybrid model of a company and cooperative. On the one hand, FPC maintains the key characteristics of a corporation, and on the other side, it exercises all the freedom available with corporate entities. Today, FPOs are being promoted at a large scale by multiple agencies such as
SFSC,
NABARD, NRLM, SRLMs, line departments of state governments, directly by corporates, and also through CSRs, multilateral and bilateral agencies, and NGOs in different sectors across India. So, Vinod, can you summarize the learnings from this session, please?
Sarla, it is good to know the long journey of farmers' collectives. To summarize, the examples set by the Rochdale Society and Reficent movement inspired the formation of cooperative across the world. In India, the concept of cooperatives was adopted during the 18th century. From being credit collectives, cooperatives gradually expanded to include a range of service like inputs, value addition, marketing, etc. Visionary farmer leader and professionals played an important role in the success of cooperatives. Some good examples of effective cooperatives include Amul, Malknoor, IFCO, Cribco, and sugarcane cooperatives. Farmer producer companies are an innovative form of farmers' collectives that are currently being promoted.